Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an updated brow tutorial. It is way overdue to do this because my first brow tutorial, while it had probably the most views out of any video I've ever posted on YouTube, I just think that video is so old, so dated, so crusty. Like, my brows look terrible, I over plucked them. It was so much going on in that video that just was not okay with me. But I think it actually was really helpful to a lot of people, which is why it got so many views. And yeah, I just kind of have never done an update, and I definitely do not do my brows like that anymore. So I thought it was an appropriate time to do an updated brow tutorial and show you guys how I've been doing them as of lately. They don't end up like this every day. However, this is kind of what I aim for. This is kind of what I try to achieve every day. Before we get too deep in the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave and like this video if it was helpful for you. I really think you guys are gonna like this one way better than the first one. Oh, also, I have been uploading vlogs. I'm gonna try this new vlogging thing. I have been vlogging a lot and I have a lot of new vlogs coming for you guys. So go watch my vlogs if you haven't already, and if you like them, stay tuned for more because I've been vlogging non-stop. Your girl even bought a vlogging camera, a whole bunch of vlogging stuff. Like, the vlogs are coming. But yeah, I haven't done like a sit-down video in a while, so I thought brow tutorial update. Yes. Let me shut up and let's just start. Okay, watch the video. So my brow routine has changed so much since my first one. Lately I've been doing them like this, and I think I found a way that I like to do them that like suits my face. It doesn't look crazy in pictures. Like, sometimes my brows will be lopsided, so I think this brow style looks pretty good. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit because that's how I did the first one. Cool. Well, let me show you guys the products I'm gonna be using. This video is not sponsored, by the way, by anyone, but I use pretty much all Benefit Cosmetics products. I've actually been using Benefit Cosmetics for my brows for years before they ever put me on PR or anything like that. So, huge fan of Benefit brow products. They're just amazing. They last super long. So the main products from Benefit that I use the Benefit Brow Pomade in shade number 4. And I'll show you guys what this looks like. It's gotten really dried out. Sometimes I forget to turn the top all the way. A tip for you guys who use brow pomades: if you ever need to revive your brow pomade, try using Inglot Duraline. This is a really good product for reviving any pomades, eyeliners, anything like that. It's amazing. The next two products that I use are brow gels. Now these, I kind of interchange these. So I'll use the 24-hour brow setter. This is a clear brow gel. I really like this a lot. And this is the Gimme Brow in the shade 4. And this kind of just gives my brows that fluffy look and makes them look more hair-like. My brows have grown a lot since my last video also, and I also do not pluck my brows anymore. I'm not sure why. It's not really for any particular reason. I just found that I didn't really need to pluck them. Like, sometimes I'll pluck a few hairs if I really feel like I need to, but like for the most part, I'm pretty good at like covering any unwanted hairs with concealer. The first thing I do is I usually take a spoolie, or I'll take my Gimme Brow and I'll just brush out my brows. But I like using the Gimme Brow sometimes because it darkens them for me, so I don't have to put as much brow gel. Boom. Right, next I'm gonna go into my Ka-Brow, and I really like this because it comes with a brush. You don't ever have to buy a brush, and the brush is actually really good. I like that this comes with a brush. I feel like it makes it worth every penny. Top, and it snaps in, and you got a brush. I'm gonna start off by underlining my brow, so I have a guide. I'm gonna draw a line. Alright, so after I have my line, doing this really will help you build your brow. You always want to start from the bottom. It's kind of like building a house almost. Like, you have to start with the foundation and then you build everything else on top. So drawing a line under your brow is really going to help if you struggle with doing your brows. It's just something that I find really makes it a lot easier. Once you've done that, I like to turn the brush horizontal, and then I kind of just fill it in that way. I can't really explain it. I'm just going to like flick upwards. I'm gonna start at the bottom with the product that's already there and just flick it up, if that makes sense. Okay, then I'm gonna do the back. Just focus on flicking upwards. Don't worry so much about the top yet. Build the brow first. And then I'll even turn the brush vertically and start like doing some hair-like strokes. Mainly in the front because I want my brow to look all cute and bushy. Okay, filling up the brow. And then I'm gonna kind of move on to the tail. So I do a little bit at the top, but not really. Mostly towards the end. I can start in the middle and then bring up the arch up there, and then I kind of just do like a sharp decline because I kind of like my brows to look more like boom, like boom boom. Does that make sense? Well, after I do that, I go back in with my gimme brow. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my brows don't move at all. They don't move. And I'm just going to brush through and fluff up my brow. My brow hairs do not stay in place, which is why I use a lot of brow gel. I have super curly brows, so I make sure to like really lock those in place. To conceal my brows is the Huda Beauty foundation. I really love this for my brows because it's not like, it's so much of it, so I never run out of it. I don't have to use, and I like my concealer to be really light, so I don't like using super duper light concealer under my brows. I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like it looks like a lot, so I like using foundation. This is like a half a shade lighter than me, so I do kind of get that highlighted effect, but it's not like boom. It's just kind of like boom. You know what I mean? This is in the shade Gingerbread, and I just take this. Now this is really gross. This is, I'm being totally honest, this is exactly what I do. I take the foundation and I squeeze it in the top. Y'all, I'm ashamed. Like every so often I'll clean it out, but like this is why it looks like this. I'm about to show you what I do. I take the foundation and then I squirt a little bit, just a little dollop in the top. So there's the dollop. I'm gonna take this brush. This is a concealer brush by Makeup Addiction, and I just use this as my little mixing palette. I'm sorry, it's really gross, but that's what I do. Don't do this. Use your hand or something. I like to close my eyes because I don't like concealer getting on my lashes. Okay, then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and blend that out. Okay, that looks good. Now I can move on to my 24-hour brow setter, and I really like this also because the bristles don't deposit too much product on your brow. So I just use this to really lock everything in place. I'm going to fluff them up a little. I call these my caterpillar brows because I don't always make them this thick, but like I like them this thick. This is, oh, I forgot. I kind of go on top too with the concealer, just a little bit. Because sometimes you get a little crazy. So this is how I do my brows. Let me know if you guys prefer this or my previous brow tutorial. I'm going to put my previous brow tutorial in the bottom bar so you guys can go watch it if you want to see how terrible I used to be at doing my brows. This is the updated version. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for future videos in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I gotta stop doing this to my concealer. How they look? They're cute. Yes, they're cute. Oh! Alright, bye.